What is going on? It is Devine Deck, the podcast, episode 3. It's April 17th, 6 p.m. Your San Diego Padres are coming off a 4-2 road trip where we took it to the Los Angeles Dodgers in LA. We took it to the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee. Me and Mike are here. We got a lot to talk about. We're happy you're tuning in. Mr. Devine, how we living?
Living great, Matt. Excited to be back talking baseball, talking pods. Absolutely fantastic stretch on the road this week against the Dodgers as well as the Brewers, and we get to go home in a little bit and play the. Why am I forgetting who we're playing?
Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, good series against the Blue Jays. But yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident in this squad. A couple tough games in LA, and they came back and won and showed resilience. Today was the only game that I've seen this team play in the last couple weeks that just had 2023 written all over it. They've looked like a completely different team this year.
Yeah.
From the standpoint that their motivation level, they play together, they seem like they're all aligned. So it's just refreshing.
I couldn't agree more. Today was a bummer. We're going to touch on that to begin, and then we're going to go into the last 2 weeks and then what we see in the future. But today, Michael King on the bump for your San Diego Padres. Had a tough start in LA. We still came back and got the win. But Michael King was on the bump today. That is who you trade a guy like Juan Soto for. That's the headliner in a package. You see this guy today. He looked like the best pitcher in baseball. 10 Ks, dominant, took a no-hitter into the late 7th inning. Dude was incredible. Somehow, some way, got the L in that game. We lost 1-0. A lot of talk on Twitter, on social media. Right now, Xander Bogaerts, I think he has like a 540 OPS. He's been bad. Xander Bogaerts has been bad. We're not breaking any news. He would tell you this. Anybody that's watched baseball this year would tell you Xander has not been good. The fan base sees and they're like, okay, well, on Friday against the Blue Jays, we should give him a standing ovation. You might remember that last year, Trey Turner, former Padres draft pick, who signed with the Phillies, was off to a pretty shitty start. And then in August, they gave him a standing O. He turned it on. He started balling out, and everything was gravy, right? Francisco Lindor last week has been struggling this year. The Mets gave him a standing ovation. He hasn't really picked it up. I think these standing ovations I understand what fans are trying to do. That being said, I can see how some players, like a guy like a Xander Bogaerts, who's, been a perennial all-star, been the face of a legendary team, won World Series, would be like, dude, this is kind of fucked. Are you guys really going to do this right now? It's April fucking 18th. You're giving me a standing ovation. Like I had a 4-7 F4 season last year. I'm not fucking dog water. I'm not like fucking Scrubby McGee getting sent to El Paso. What me and Mike have come up with, and this is a straight DSG, all us, no one else was involved. I was on a run this afternoon. I was like, it hit me. We've talked to many people, players, front office guys who've said Xander Bogaerts is pound for pound one of the best people in baseball. An incredible person. Fantastic human being. What I think we should do instead of a standing ovation is what we're going to call the San Diego Foundation. Xander Bogaerts has a charity called the Dare to Dream charity. Mike, touch on what the Dare to Dream charity does.
Yeah, and this is his most recent charitable effort. So if there's a different charity that he works with, then we'd be happy to adjust. But the Dare to Dream Foundation plans to finance equipment for those who are in need, as well as arrange transportation to the various baseball fields where the games are taking place in Aruba, where Xander Bogaerts was, where he grew up. So, Matt, I think you can dive a little bit deeper into what this San Diego Foundation will kind of consist of. But just jump in.
Yeah, so the DSG San Diego Foundation, what we're going to do, Xander's a pod for the next decade. We need to start supporting this guy. Obviously, he's had a couple tough stretches, but guess what? Xander Bogaerts is a good dude. He's going to bounce back. And for every hit Xander Bogaerts has in the 2024 season, the DSG will be donating $5 to Xander Bogaerts' Dare to Dream Foundation as part of the San Diego Foundation created by the DSG. Every time Xander Bogaerts hits a home run, that's $20 going to the Dare to Dream Foundation. At the end of every month, we will be sending out that check to the Dare to Dream Foundation from the Divine Sports Gospel. And we hope that you think about doing it too. Because guess what? What's better than being a good person? Not much. Xander Bogaerts is a good person who's struggling right now at the plate. How do we help him? Not some corny ass standing ovation. You help him by supporting him. Be like, hey, man, we got your back. Hey, he's been bad. That being said, he's our guy. We signed him. Guess what? And people are like, oh, should we DFA Xander? Fuck no. He will not be DFA'd. He is going to be on our team for a decade. So we need to lock in. We need to start supporting this guy. And everybody doing a standing O, do you. That's not our shit. Whenever I see it, I think it's a little corny.
I don't want anybody at Petco Park on Friday night to do a standing ovation. I just think it's you got to be a little bit original, right? Like it worked with Trey Turner because that was something that hadn't been done before. But now if every player just sucks, you're going to be like, oh, we're going to give him a standing ovation. He's going to turn it around. I'm not worried that Xander Bogaerts is going to be bad for the rest of his career. I'm not. Yeah. The guy is a proven MLB player year in and year out. He went through a couple slow stretches last season, and when he's on, he's on. He's struggling to start the year. Ronald Acuna Jr. hit his first home run today. His first home run of the season. No one's saying that Ronald Acuna Jr. is washed and he's going to, he should get a standing O, right? Like Xander Bogaerts, sure, he's getting paid a lot. He came into a new team, kind of had high expectations. Partially, he gets paid so much that people make the argument it took away from the ability to re-sign Soto, which I get. That being said, he's not a bad baseball player. He's willingly moved from shortstop to second base to try to help the team. He's trying to help the team. He's struggling at the plate. He's going to turn it around. But I do think that there's better ways to go about cheering on a player. And listen, pot calling kettle black. We've made a lot of memes based off Xander Bogaerts' performance this year. That's in no bad malice, right? It's just we're trying to make jokes and get engagement on Twitter. It's what we do. We enjoy it. Everything we've ever heard about this guy from people through the grapevine is that he is the nicest person in baseball, the best teammate, the most well-liked in the clubhouse, the most well-liked by people who work at stadiums. So in our opinion, what better way to, show our support than supporting something that probably, means a lot, not only to him, but to people in Aruba. So I think it's a great idea that we're going to, hopefully execute. And maybe if people, try to join in and donate money, we can figure out a way to make it, something that we can kind of put all into a singular fund. I'm not really sure how charities work, to be honest, but we'll see how it
catches on. But what we're going to do at the DSG for the rest of the 2024 season is the San Diego Foundation. We will be donating for every hit Xander Bogaerts has this season, $5 to his Dare to Dream charity and $20 for every homer. Xan, how about you hit fucking 30 homers, brother? Hey, I want to look at my bank account and be like, man, I'm the fucking most charitable person in the world, bro. And I want to see us. I want to be at game 1 of the NLDS or NLCS at Petco, and Xander's batting fucking 280 with 21 homers. I'll be like, hey, and I donated a fuck ton of charity money. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
All right, enough on the Xan, man. Hopefully he picks it up. We'll be posting about that charity. Let's talk a little bit about this fucking San Diego Padres team. Last time I was on the pod, Mike, you were at a wedding. I did a solo pod on a Sunday night. We were headed into a series at home against the Chicago Cubs. That first game, we were down 8-0. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I was like, this team is killing me. You Darvish had a shit start. That's my guy. Bad start for you. Something in the water changed that night, dude. I know today was a stinker, but you're gonna have stinkers, bro. It's a 162 game season. Something in the water changed that night when that team came from behind, down 8 runs against a good Chicago Cubs team. These motherfuckers fought. We didn't see that once all season in 2023. Even in 2022, we had a good run in the playoffs. We didn't have a ton of comeback wins, dude. That comeback reminded me of little bit of 2020 and definitely the first half of 2021, where Tatis was establishing himself as a superstar. You see this, you see the things moving. You see it. Oh, and guess what? This team, they fight. That's what we said all season, man. Hungry dogs a dago, VAR, all that bullshit. We're like, yo, we want to see a team that when they get punched in the mouth, they punch back. I'll never forget 2023. We're playing the Royals. We're down 3-1 in the first. I think Seth Lugo, someone gives up like 3 runs in like the third inning. We go and we didn't get one hit after that. They're pretty much a perfect game since. Bullshit at bats. I'm like, dude, that is the worst type of baseball ever. Give me a team that fucking fights, dude. And this team fights, and you could already tell everybody's hopping on. Everybody's hopping on the Pods bandwagon. What's more fun to watch than a bunch of fucking dogs, bro? That's what this team is. Mees, tell me what you thought about after that 8-0 comeback against the Cubs.
Yeah, so I mean, you were watching it live in the flesh. I was actually on an airplane flying back from a wedding in Florida, so stuck on the airplane, was trying to stream it. For some reason, I was blacked out on the airplane. Made no sense to me whatsoever, so I couldn't watch it on MLB TV. I must have been, but I was unable to stream it then, so I was trying to do like illegal streams. Just wasn't working. So seeing the game on my phone, seeing in-play runs, I started to get really, really amped up. And when Tatis came up down 1, I told myself this team is going to be different if he goes deep here. And he did. So that individual at bat turned me from over the weekend where I was like, oh, we're going to be like this year. We lost like a shitty game to the Giants on Sunday. Yeah. It's like, we're really going to, is it 2023 all over again? And him hitting that home run, I was like, wait a second. This is the most fight I've seen out of this team since 2022. Like, there was no fight in the Padres last year. Just a bunch of individuals. So it's good to see. I mean, I think that set the tone for this week too, because that was a very, very important stretch of baseball to go Cubs, Dodgers, Brewers. Those are 3 playoff-worthy teams that you're going back to back to back against. And if you probably lose that first game 8-0, you're going to be down in the dumps. Who knows what happens during that series, right? Who knows what happens? But you win that game, you set the tone, you have you win 3 series in a row against 3 playoff teams. And then you get to go, and now you get to play another playoff team probably in the Toronto Blue Jays, and then you get to play the Rockies for 4 games, which is just the cherry on top. So I think I'm very excited about where we're at. We're scoring a lot of runs, which is fun, except for today, obviously, but we're scoring a lot of runs. We score in bunches. It's exciting stuff, man.
Couldn't agree more, Mike. You were fucking spin, my brother. That was some good shit right there. I really do think we can't underestimate how important that 8-0 comeback was, because I think the team finally started to believe in themselves a little bit. Hey, we get down, we can come back. Against the Brewers, we were down, fucking 3 runs early, 7 or whatever the score was. We came back and got that win. Like Dodgers as well. Like, this team went into LA, that's it. That fucking stadium has been a nightmare stadium my entire life, pretty much, right? We usually, some bad shit happens there. We go into LA, we fucking win a series, and we won it pretty dominantly. Are the Dodgers a good team? Absolutely. Are they watching that team? Are they that much fucking better than us? No. I think we have better pitching. I think we have a better bullpen. Their stars might be better than us. But guess what? When 4 automatic outs are at the end of your lineup, it doesn't fucking matter. It's all about depth. What we're learning this year, I saw a stat today. The Padres 9-hitter this season, whoever bats 9th, is, I think, tied with the Reds for the most extra base hits. That's the kind of shit I like to see, dude. Like, and then let's touch on him right now. Right when I was talking about the bottom of the lineup, it just hit me. We haven't even mentioned Lisan Ajieb. Jackson Merrill, bro. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but
I thought it's like Lisan Ajiab.
Lisan Ajiab. Hey, I think it's a made up language, right? The Dune language. I don't think it's a real language.
Oh yeah.
So we can.
It is. Yeah, it's made up.
Yeah, it's not. No one's gonna get the Dune motherfuckers aren't gonna get mad at us for messing that one up. Jackson Merrill. Holy shit, boys and girls. this kid's cracked. He's cracked,
He's
dude.
cracked.
He's cracked. Hit a triple today, bro. This dude, people forget, playing a brand new position. He's 20 years old. Also, guess whose birthday's on Friday? Jackson Merrill's 21st birthday. Hey, we will be drinking beers for Jackson Merrill's birthday. Tune into our social medias. If he gets a hit, every hit he gets, we'll be shotgunning for J May for his 21st. Jackson Merrill, Mike, give me your thoughts. I got a couple things I have to say about this fucking dog.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts on Jackson Merrill is, one, I think my biggest thing is that he looks so fluent in center field. Like, you would think that he came up in the farm system as like a top-ranked center fielder defensively. Just the way that he plays it, the way that he tracks it, the way that he's comfortable out there, seeing a new position. It's reminiscent of Tatis going from the infield to right field and then making an instant impact. Like, he's making diving catches, he's getting the right reads, making good throws. So that's a big aspect. I think my second thing, and this is kind of just a more overarching thing, and we talked about this, the dude's an imposing presence at the plate.
Crazy.
Is he six? It says he's 6'3". Dude looks like he's 6'6", man. He looks like he's 6'6". He's huge. Pause. But pause again. But like, he's at the dish, right? It's like Tatis and him are the two tallest looking dudes on the team, and it's kind of crazy. Like, he's a very, very good contact hitter. And when you look at, not to shit on Trent Grisham, but he was our center fielder. And it's nice to have a guy in the bottom of the lineup that puts the ball in play. That's where you got to put the ball in play. You got to put the ball in play. He's a contact guy. He makes contact with the ball. And then you know what happens when you make contact with the ball and put it in play, Matt? Good things.
Yep.
Good things happen.
Good things
the
happen.
The more contact he puts, the more balls he puts in play, the better things will happen. I mean, right now, look at him. This is his stats right now. I'll read it off.
Yeah, hit it.
20 games so far, 71 plate appearances. He's got, let's take a look. This is for the full stats. 21 hits and 63 ABs, 21 hits, 18 singles. I kind of fuck with it. He's a singles guy, but 2 doubles, 1 triple, or 4. Sorry, you got a hit today. So 4 extra base hits, 8 RBIs, 8 walks, 12 strikeouts. 8 walks and 12 strikeouts in your rookie year as a 20-year-old. That's fucking good, man.
Bro, and the power.
He's seeing the ball well. He's confident. He's confident,
bro. This kid, he's got that. And I know it sounds corny, but he low-key does have that like Mamba mentality. Because a lot of the times when I saw one of his quotes, and you ever play like, I know you have, but people at home, if you've ever played like Create a Player or like Road to the Show, and they're like, all right, pick the answer after they ask you this question. That motherfucker Jackson Merrill is like an AI for that fucking game, bro. Every one of his answers is like, I went 4 for 4, but we lost. He's like, hey, I don't care about the stats. Like, we lost the game. I gotta be better next time. I'm like, this motherfucker is like, he's like an AI, bro. He's like an AI player with these answers. He's awesome, dude. He's awesome. It's fun to have. What we haven't had in a while is a young, hungry motherfucker who comes up and starts balling, bro. Starts balling. He's playing out of his fucking mind, Mike. He's establishing himself as a legit big leaguer at 20 years old, dude. Like, it's incredible. This is, if you would have told me March 17th, right before fucking the South Korea series, that Jackson Merrill would have this month, I'd be like, no fucking way, dude. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he got sent back to like fucking San Antonio at least once by this time. This dude's a big leaguer, bro. He's a guy. He's a guy. He had a little like 4-5 ABs where he didn't get a hit these last couple games. Fucking comes through today, huge triple. Like, the kid's a stud. He doesn't get too down, doesn't get too high. He's got swag, got VAR. Fucking love that kid, man. Also, Manny Machado, 11-game hit streak. Guys, the offense is starting to cook. Another guy we got to give a shout out to. We didn't even touch on this. Fucking Profar, bro. The leader of VAR. Special shout out to Will Smith, you fucking donkey. Fuck you, Will Smith. You're a clown, bro. You're the 5th most relevant guy on a team. I'm not joking. You walk out on Sunset Boulevard, not one motherfucker is going to stop you for a picture, bro. You could be a good baseball player. He's a catcher with an 820 OPS. I don't give a fuck, dude. He hasn't won shit. He's nobody. He's a nobody. He walks outside in Los Angeles, No one's saying hi to Will Smith, bro. He's a clown.
Yeah.
Oh, sick, dude. You got put in a fucking 360 deal with the Dodgers. You're going to be a fucking 40-year-old catcher making 14 mil. Terrible contract. You saying Profar is irrelevant, buddy? You're Will Smith. Your name, you're like the 5th most popular guy in America with your same name. You look up Jurickson Profar, he's the first thing that comes up on fucking Google. You look up Will Smith, you have to go 15 pages to find your donkey ass, bro. You're a fucking clown, Will Smith. You're a clown.
Yeah, Matt, Jurickson Profar's got 10 years of service, and Jurickson Profar is 31 years old. Will Smith has 4 years of service, and Will Smith is 29 years old. Irrelevancy. No one knows who the fuck Will Smith is. If you asked, and sure, obviously this is a bit skewed, are people we know, if they know Jurickson Profar, they're going to say, yeah. If you ask him Will Smith, they're going to say, oh, the guy who slapped Chris Rock.
Well, no one's like, yeah, I love Men in Black. I love Hitch.
The only thing Hitch is a great movie.
Ever done. The only thing Will Smith on the Dodgers has ever done that is relevant in his entire fucking life is share the same name as Albert Brenneman from Hitch. Or no, fuck, I messed that one up. It's the other guy. But the only thing Will Smith has ever done that's relevant in his life is share a name with the actual Will Smith. You're a clown. That's why you lost the series. You spark shit. Also, John Boy Media, all you fucking scrubs that create these t-shirts, let a joke live for more than fucking 5 minutes, bro. Every fucking time I go on fucking all these fucking t-shirt companies, bro, some cool shit happens in baseball. Someone makes a joke, a fight breaks out. Fucking go on Twitter, buy fucking John Boy's Mr. Irrelevant shirt. Who the fuck is your graphic designer, by the way, bro? Go back to school. Get another hobby. Those shirts are trash, buddy. I know he's going to make some shit about the pods very soon, but hey, those shirts are garbage, dude. Mr. Irrelevant, hey, spark that fire, Will Smith. That's what the team didn't have last year. You're a fucking clown. You're a donkey. People on Twitter, yeah, dude, when Will Smith stepped up to Profar backed up. You think Profar's going to punch him in the face with catcher's gear on, you fucking dunce? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? So many dummies. Also, thing with Dodgers fans, I'm going to end it on here with the Dodgers. We win the series. Oh, celebrating the World Series in April. We lose the series. Fuck the Padres. You guys suck. Guess what, guys? Never look at their opinion. It doesn't mean shit. They're legitimately worthless. They're just another team. That's what the Padres need to realize. They're literally just another team that's won the same amount of fucking 162 game World Series as we've won in our lifetime. No need to stretch. No need to stress about that team. Zero. They're just another team. And when we played them, when we beat them, guess what? We're a Jake Cronenworth fucking glove miscue away from going 5-1 against them so far, bro. We're just as good, if not better. I'm telling you this right now. This is what the team is. We got some fucking dogs in our rotation. One of those dogs, Mike, Dylan Cease, bro. Touch on the pussy magnet, bro.
Yeah, the kitty magnet, Dylan Cease. It is refreshing to. We talked about this yesterday as we watched the game, but I love Blake Snell. I love Blake Snell. Dylan Cease is very reminiscent of Blake Snell, but Dylan Cease starts way faster during the season than Blake Snell did. Dylan Cease is an ace in the first month of the year, when Blake Snell would probably be an ace end of the second month, beginning of the third month, kind of kicking into gear. It's refreshing to have him, especially when a guy like Musgrove hasn't started too hot. Yu Darvish is getting, now he's on the IL. Michael King had a couple slow starts, but then he obviously picked it up today. But it's refreshing to have an ace, and he is an ace. He strikes out a lot of guys. He's confident. I love yesterday him waving off Schilt, saying like, "I got one more guy," strikes him out. That type of shit is for all the Josh haters in the world. Give me a fucking Dylan Cease. You know what I mean? For a guy that wants to play, he wants to pitch. That's what I like. You know, I like the way that he's awesome. Hey,
he's awesome.
If I'm giving an extension out, I'm gonna try to sign Cease, man. He's nice.
Everything so far. He's everything we could have asked for in a trade. He was the perfect guy to get. Makes his rotation so much stronger. Can't even imagine where we'd be at right now. Yu's already on the IL. People are gonna get hurt. Look at fucking pitching right now, bro. Every other pitcher is on the IL. It's crazy. So Dylan Cease being a guy, bro, could not ask more from that guy. It's also cool. The White Sox are 2-15 right now. maybe the reason why he sucked last year is because that's one of the most god-awful fucking organizations in professional sports. He goes to a team that actually gives a fuck in a city that is nice with players that actually give a fuck. Oh, wow, now he's a beast. Like, bro, Dylan Cease is the truth. Massive, dude. Having a guy, Dylan Cease, bro, Michael King showed today, we got some fucking dudes cooking, bro. Niebla's got these boys cooking. Also, Matty Knuckles is a fifth. Matty Knuckles gets out of jams, baby. Matty Knuckles is your fifth pitcher. Cali B. Boys, ladies, rotations cooking, bullpen. Bobby fastballs, bro. This motherfucker, Bobby, said, fuck every other pitch. He's like Matt Devine in junior year, except for he actually gets guys out. Just fastballs, bro. Only pitch. He's like, hey, I'm going to throw 98.5 miles per hour and just see if you could hit this shit. And guess what? No one's hitting it. Fucking Joshy Meatballs down in Houston. I don't want to throw more than 3 outs. Hey, buddy, you can't even get one anymore. So fuck you, Josh Hader. Bobby fastballs, cook. Yuki Matsui, Chef Yuki. I already know a lot of people are stealing our Chef Yuki stick. If you're not selling anything, it's all good. If someone sells some shit on the Chef Yuki, we're not going to be happy with you. But Chef Yuki, he's cooking, bro. He's cooking. Hey.
Yeah.
Chef Yuki special, bro. Struck Gary Sanchez out with the bases loaded. We have people. Stephen Kolek, he gave up that grand slam against the Cubs, but Stephen Kolek, bro, he's one of those. I called him Steve Co. That wasn't my best, but he's like a nerdy guy. He's like a Fangraph guy's like wet dream, bro. He's one of those guys where you look up the stats, it's like he had fucking 33 degrees of elevated tilt on his fucking slider or some bullshit like that. I don't read any of that stuff, but supposedly his shit's nasty. All the nerds fucking love this guy. And when he's not giving up fucking grand slams, he's pretty fucking good, dude. Our bullpen is like kind of nice. Obviously, Wandy gave up that hit today. Don't know. It was a single, bro. It's one of those things where you're like, all right, like today's game was fluke. You have 162. You're going to have some games like today. I like where our pen's at. I like where our rotation's at. Lineup, Toddy's playing like an MVP. Merrill's showing up. I'm digging where this squad's at. Mike, 1 month into the season, almost. Give me your honest opinion on Mike Schilt.
That's my skipper. I'd run through a brick wall for Mike Schilt, man. I'd run through a brick wall for him. There's something about him. It just seems like he garners a lot more respect. Maybe it's because he's got a rocket of a wife, but it seems like he garners a lot more respect from the team than Bob ever did. And also, I mean, yesterday, Matt, we're sitting at the bar watching the Warriors. And who was it? Was it who was pitching? And they walked somebody, and we're like, instantly, we're like, yo, we got to bring in Wandy.
Cali B was on the bump.
Oh, yeah.
And
Johnny B.
I'd take him out right away.
And you know what they do? They pan the camera, and Schilt's out of the dugout already holding up the left arm. Like, that's the type of shit. Like, he's proactive as a manager, which I think is refreshing. Obviously, it's still early, so I think it'll get really interesting, like, his decisions and stuff if it starts to get a little bit testy towards the end of the year. But, dude, right now, if I'm giving him a rating, it's an A. I'm giving him an A because we played a hard schedule to start out the season. It hasn't been smooth water, man. The schedule's been difficult. We haven't played any of the weak teams. We haven't played the Marlins. We haven't played the Rockies yet. We haven't played
the weakest team we played the Giants.
Yeah.
And they're not bad.
It's not been an easy go. They're not bad. They're not bad.
We had to face Logan Webb. Hey, what this season is and how we have to look at it. It's very easy. We do this all the time. We get way too high and low after games. I'm starting to work on it a little bit. I'm hand up. I'll probably freak out on some games this year. It happens. Look at every series as one game. If you win the series, you get the win. You're going to lose. Sweeping is hard as fuck. I don't care if you're playing the Oakland A's, who are actually 8-11, by the way. Sweeping a team is very hard. Winning a series is what it's all about. All about. Never losing a series. 4 games set against the Rockies, though. Hey, what I want this team to be different than the last few years of pretty much our entire existence as Padres and San Diego sports. Chargers used to do this. Aztecs do it sometimes. We play to our competition. I want this team. I hope Schilt sits these guys down and says, hey, when you have Ryan Feltner in his fucking 9 ERA on the bump, I want you fucking guys to beat the living shit out of this dude. Get him out of the game within 3 innings, get to their pen, make it a terrible season for the team. That's what you have to do when you play the shit teams. That's the only reason why these teams, you're like, oh, they won 100 games last year. There's a lot of teams that win 100 games and suck in the playoffs. All they do is beat up on shit teams. This team has shown we could beat good teams. If we could beat the shit out of the other teams, we'll crip walk into the fucking playoffs, dude. It'll be a fucking breeze. San Diego will be buzzing all summer. I'm so from Devine Deck episode 2 to now, I could not be happier with the last week and a half of baseball, bro. Cannot be happier. You tell me that we would win all 3 series, I'd be like, bullshit, bro. Like literally coming off that Giant series, I'd be like, absolutely fucking not. We played great. We should have swept the Brewers. We played great against the Dodgers on the road, and the Cubs. We had the best comeback of the last 2 years. We love where I'm at. Mike, I got a couple questions before we end the pod.
Okay. I was going to hit you with my questions.
All right. My question right now. All talk right now is about the 3 Jacksons. They're the youngest 3 players in the league: Jackson Holiday, Jackson Churio, and Jackson Merrill. Obviously, Jackson Merrill, our guy on the pods. Jackson Churio, before this season, he signed an extension with the Milwaukee Brewers. His extension now is 8 years, $82 million. It buys out his like pre-rookie deal or whatever and gives him a couple years on top. It makes it so that he will be a Milwaukee Brewer and not an unrestricted free agent until 2034 at age 30. If you are the San Diego Padres and you're AJ Preller, do you offer Jackson Merrill that deal? Do you offer him more? Do you offer him less? And if you're Merrill, if you get offered that deal, do you accept it?
If I'm Merrill and I get offered the same deal Churio got, I decline. Because if you think about it baseball-wise, the contracts that were being given out 10 years ago are different than the contracts that are being given out now. And I think it is. Obviously, there's been a slight dip with the Boris shit this summer, or this offseason. But
yeah, I was going to say
realistically, like it's gonna swing back around a little bit. And it's just, I think Jackson Merrill strikes me as a guy that bets on himself too, where he's like, I'm not gonna take not necessarily a pay cut, but I'm not gonna sell myself short right now. I want to like continue to grind for this like insane contract is like my dream. Like I want to continuously play and get better and better and better. So they have to like make me the highest paid player or something like that. Like that's the mindset I get from him. So I doubt he accepts anything that we offer him. But if I'm Preller, I'm offering him that maybe for 120. 120. If that keeps him under contract till 2034.
Yeah, so Jackson Churio, he's not an unrestricted. They have a club. Oh, so his pretty much his deal goes $2 million this year, $4 million, $7 million, $8 million, $9 million, 15 mil, 16, 17, then club option for 25 both years. That's a solid deal, dude. Like I feel like
it's a solid deal. It's a solid deal. We don't have enough money to offer him that right now.
No, you don't. You don't. But the only reason why I wouldn't offer him any more than that is because we still need to see where the power comes. Because if he ends up being a 15 home run guy, he's not probably worth that much. But he has been incredibly valuable. Outside Tatis, by far our most valuable player this year. He's been fucking fantastic. So shout out Jackson Merrill. Mike, your question, and then we'll call it a net.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last time. Who's your MVP so far of the DSG MVP so far of the season?
DSG MVP of the season. I'm going with Tatis, man. Hey, Tatis is the star of this team. End of story. If he plays like we know, we all the bullshit little 16-year-olds on Instagram that try to cook him. Fernando's been through a lot, man. Some of it self-induced. But this guy, that home run against the Cubs, that was the moment, dude. The amount of happiness I had, a go-ahead home run in the 8th to win a game, to establish a comeback. We've been with Fernando. I feel like I've known this fucking guy my entire life now, bro, since he was like 16. Like he's been our dude. And the fact that he's blossoming into a team leader, into a community, like he just seems happy. He seems healthy, and he has a 900 OPS right now, whatever the fuck he has. He's 874 OPS, 500 slug. He's got 5 homers and 3 steals. if they let him run, this motherfucker is going to have easy a 30-30 season. He could have a 40-40. And these boners on Instagram tried to cook me when I said that earlier. Bro, we are as big a Tatis believers as humanly possible. I'll always believe in this guy. He's the MVP right now. I'm going to say sneaky MVP, Profar.
Oh, I like it. So I'm going different. My MVP in my number 2 is Tatis. But my number 1 is Robert Suarez, man. He has been nails in a year where last year he kind of looked a little bit shaky. People were a little worried that we gave out another bad reliever contract. This year, the guy just comes in. It's hilarious. All he does is legitimately, we brought up Bobby Fastballs when he signed in 2021 or 2022.
Yeah, he's throwing heat.
As a joke, because he was throwing gas. And now he's legitimately Bobby Fastballs. He doesn't throw any off speed. He goes up there. The hitters know this fucking guy is throwing a fastball, and they have not been able to do anything about it yet. And that's not to say it won't change this year. Knock on wood, but like so far, Bobby Suarez has been so fun to watch. He's my MVP because it's having a good closer when games get close, especially against the Dodgers in that extra inning game. Him having that type, I think it was a 6-out save.
Massive.
That's like, dude, that's huge. Like that's
huge.
The type of shit that teams win championships off of. So that's my MVP so far.
Me's great choice, man. Prediction for the series. We're going to rip a pod on Sunday night. We'll get back to our Sunday night pods as well. We've been traveling a shit ton. Me's prediction. We're at home against the Toronto Blue Jays. I think it's going to go Matt Waldron. Use out. So it's probably going to be Johnny Brito and then Joe Musgrove.
Not a great 3. I won't lie. But I think Kevin Gausman pitched yesterday.
He pitched today.
For the Blue Jays. Oh, he pitched today. So he's not going to pitch, which is good. So they don't have their starting pitching. I think we'll probably play like Yulzi Kikuchi. Is probably going to pitch one of the games. Yuzio Kikuchi. Is that how you pronounce his last name? I don't know.
You say Kikuchi. He's been good.
He has been good. I'm just saying, I think like, listen, if Waldron can do what he did against the Dodgers and give us 5 innings of 1-run baseball, even 2 to 3 run baseball, 5 to 6 innings.
Yeah.
Just eat innings and don't give up 8 runs. I feel confident, dude. I feel confident that our team will score enough runs to win baseball games. It's just about our pitching keeping the team in it, which is a complete contrast from old Padres teams. But if I'm giving you a prediction on the series, we're going to win game 1, lose game 2 on Saturday, win the day game on Sunday.
Yeah, I was going to say we win 2. I was going to say we win 2 of 3. Excited to see Matty Knuckles on a Friday night in the City Connect. Pods fans, DSG fans, whatever. We're always, just to end this real quick, we are extremely, extremely grateful for all of the support. We sold out of our shirts. Every time we go to these games, we have so many nice people that come up and say they enjoy what we're doing. It means a ton to us, to be completely honest. And we just wanted to say thank you. We started this 4 years ago, and we love the direction it's going. We're just huge Pods fans, and we appreciate literally every single person that supports us, watches this stuff. It means a ton. So thank you. Hopefully the Pods win the series this weekend, and we'll be back on Sunday. Mees, any final words?
No, I appreciate everyone for all the support. We have so much fun doing this, and hopefully the Pods keep winning so the vibes stay high, and hopefully Xander starts hitting so we can donate a lot of money.
Hey, remember, San Diego Foundation, $5 for a hit, $20 for a dinger, going to the Dare to Dream Foundation, baby.
Let's even say a grand slam, we'll throw $100. Slam will throw
Xander hits
$100.
a grand slam, $100. Hey, go Pods, baby. Thanks for watching. Peace.